I built this shit brick by brick. Let me stop, man. What's good, y'all? What's going on? It's Marquis, aka Cincerely Yours, man. Like, subscribe, ring the notification bell, man. Comment below, man. This album is incredible, man. I'm kind of glad I waited because you're gonna see two notebooks because it's a deluxe version. Like I started to do the review, and then I remember him saying something on Instagram, like I don't know if it was weeks later, a month later, something after he did the first 10 tracks. He was like, I'm about to do a deluxe version. I'm about to put out more tracks, and because I'm not done with the story. I was like, what? So I'm glad I waited. So I did, deluxe version. I'm gonna do deluxe version, man. Start playing, man. Like, subscribe again. Start playing, man. Get the books, man. Get the merch. Support me if you can, man. Cashapp, whatever, man. But listen, let's get to this album, man. Start playing. We're going to Brooklyn to go visit Skyzoo. And shout out to the other guys. The other guys do the entire production on this original album and, of course, the deluxe. Skyzoo helps out on a couple other tracks, down the line on the deluxe, but it's pretty much the other guys doing the entire production, which is stellar. I will describe Skyzoo and the other guys throughout this review, as you guys know. Let's get into it, man. Brooklyn, Skyzoo, the other guys, called The Mind of a Saint. This is the deluxe version. The first version came out January 13th, 2023. And today, March 5th, 2024, is when the deluxe version came out. I was so excited. I've been listening to this all day. Ever since the release, I've been going bananas with these 7 tracks. And then I went back to the 10 tracks and I started listening to the album as a whole, as the whole deluxe version, over and over again, man. I just been listening to it since it came out. So I admire Skyzoo and the other guys. I just want to give you your flowers now, man. I appreciate this project. And y'all got to keep working together. Y'all can't even break up now. Y'all got to form a group or something. After doing this project, y'all got to form a group. Man, Skyzoo and the other guys, brilliant work. Let's talk about it. Number 1 is Eminent Domain. First, the other guys' production is top notch. Clean, beautiful, and soulful as they back up Skyzoo like his shadow. When Skyzoo releases an album, it's usually for an album of the year discussion. Let's put it that way. Let's talk beats and bars. That's all they give us here, man. They start off with a great track. It's great music and flawless flow, man. Number 2, Views from the Valley. The music and artists continue to bless us with their joint energy. This is the soundtrack for the FX series Snowfall. This just is. This is the soundtrack. You can't deny it. This is the soundtrack for other people as well. It's funny how most of the negative series are with drugs and violence keep our attention, and this is one of them. And I gotta give mad credit to John Singleton, not just because of the violence and the drug references and all that stuff and the topics. It's it talks about family, it talks about love, it talks about hate, it talks about life experiences and what happened in the 70s and 80s and what happened to the drug game, how government flushed drugs into certain neighborhoods and of our communities, and we either took them, sold them, we did everything. And Franklin, aka Skyzoo, took it upon itself to get rich off it, to monopolize off it, and then it's the rise and fall of drugs. What drug dealer in the world ever was successful? Name that him, he or she in the chat, man. Everybody, Griselda got everybody got Pablo got everybody got all the big time drug dealers, Scarface, everybody. I know he's fictional, but but yeah, this is fire, man. Let's talk about number 3, Panthers and Powder. Great title. Hashtag Black Power. The music is so good. Very soulful music. This is just like music that you can, listen to in the car, listen to cleaning the house, listen to, and with various people, Panthers and Powder. Can a drug dealer be a good guy? Skyzoo has, that's the question, Can a drug dealer be, can the government be a good guy? Just answer that question too. It's the same question. Fighting the power while selling powder. That's what this song's about. Skyzoo has a top 5 flow. Skyzoo's a top 5 lyricist, and Skyzoo's a top 5 artist, period, that's currently in the game right now. Let's fight in the comments. Let's talk about it. Number 4, Straight Drop. It's raw rap and whipping that raw to its finest. We get an upbeat boom bap track with a whistle of soul as Skyzoo goes in about that Franklin Saint life. Dope track. Number 5, 100 to 1. The other guys are dope producers, period. I just want to say the other guys, every time I'm listening to this album, you got to shout out to the production. You got to. That's where it starts from. Skyzoo and jazz music never gets old. Skyzoo has mastered the hip-hop jazz lane. Let's next speak on his skills as a storyteller. Beautiful storyteller. He could be a top 5 storyteller in the rap business currently right now. I'm saying currently. I don't want to say he's a top 5 storyteller rapper, and people go in my comments going bananas. Name the current top 5 story telling rappers right now. Skyzoo got to be in the top 5. He's just currently a top 5 storyteller rapper. Especially with this project. And how he sounds with the other guys gives you promise. Hip hop jazzmatazz is where it is at and is here to stay. Like him and jazz, Skyzoo and jazz, cheat sheet. Even the longer songs though on this album, or just anywhere with Skyzoo, especially on this album, don't seem long. The music is so pleasing, to the ears. And again, R.I.P. to John Singleton for the original Snowfall story, which led to Skyzoo's stories. This is brilliant. You got to think about what this man has done. He put together an album based off a series, based off the imagination of John Singleton and others. You know what I'm saying? Like, this is crazy. Like, it's insane. Like, so number 6, Bodies. Every song Skyzoo drops, gems and messages that are key to just doing the right thing. So shout out to Skyzoo for being positive, optimistic, and things of that nature. Just, throughout his career, And let's name Skyzoo's best albums. What are your favorite Skyzoo albums? What are your favorite the other guys' albums? Because they're great producers. They work with other rappers. Let's talk about number 7. The balancing. Oh no, I didn't finish number 6. Number 6, Bodies. As Skyzoo, aka Franklin, counts his bodies that come with this drug game, the other guys continue to be in that vibe with the music. Number 7, The Balancing Act. You can play this music in front of your grandma. She would be grooving to these tracks, man. Skyzoo has the voice, flow, and content to bridge generational gaps. They do, like he does. He has that voice. This album has that aura to, like, you can be in long drives with your grandmother, mother, and they probably be like, oh, this is good. They'd be like, they'll listen to this music. This is hip hop they will listen to. Maybe this is music we should be playing to bridge the gap between the old and the young and the mature, and whatever you want to call us. You know what I'm saying? I'm mature, brilliant, and silver-haired gray fox. You know what I'm saying? Let's talk about, number 7, The Balancing Act. Maybe this album is a balancing project that can get us together. Number 8, Brick by Brick. Good clips. I like the way they utilize the clips of the series, of Snowfall throughout the record. Brick by brick, the way this music spills out the speakers is heavenly. With Saint in the booth leading the army, the music becomes classic like Snowfall, the actual series. What y'all think about Snowfall, the series? What do y'all rank it? Do y'all rank it as a top 5 series in that genre? I would say it's in a genre of, like, drug, paraphernalia, or, violence type of series. Does it, compete with the other drug series, The Wire? Does it compete with The Wire? Does it compete with Breaking Bad? Where does Snowfall fall on your roster? Number 9, Apologies in Order. This is produced by the other guys and Moonbird. Hashtag Love Laws. Cocaine is a hell of a drug, man. Shout out to Rick James. Again, the music is so welcoming, just like Skyzoo's Apologies, as he takes on the Franklin persona. Taking on the Franklin persona, and this is wild how he's doing, and the way he's just rapping so flawlessly. We're so used to Skyzoo putting brilliant projects together, we forget to bow down to him, and it's difficult to do this stuff. It's not easy. If it was easy, every rapper would be doing projects like this. So shout out to Skyzoo. Number 10, Purity, produced by the other guys, In Memory. This 10-track album was millions of fans' favorite 2023 album. The rapper-producer connection is one of the best I've ever heard. Pure energy. 2023, this album was on everyone's list. This is just the 10 tracks. This is before he put out the bonus tracks and made it the deluxe. This was my album of the year. In 2023, this is album of the year for me. I gave it 5 mics, and now he comes out with the continuation, which is the deluxe. And I reviewed those 7 tracks as well, and that's why, this is dope, man. Skyzoo, the other guy's continuation of The Mind of a Saint. This is the deluxe version, continuation of the project. So I basically, it's an hour and 23 minutes, 37 seconds. So this review is for the whole deluxe. Again, the first 10 tracks came out January 13, 2023. Today, March 5th, 2024, is when he released the deluxe version. Let's talk about it. Number 11, you get 2-in-1 track that is it's cold as ice. It's cold as ice. This track is cold as ice. It's called Cold Kiss. Love the title. This drug game is a cold business. It's cold. The continuation of The Hustler continues with Skyzoo, aka Franklin Saint, and the other guys. Another collection of music as addictive as what he was selling, in those baggies. You know what I'm saying? It continues. The deluxe version continues, and it doesn't even feel like he added on something. It continues that flow. You put it on. You put this album on, and it just continue. Just feels natural, like these other 7 tracks belong. Number 12, Recipe for Desire. Mr. Saint is sharing his top recipes that made him the king. My recipe is beats and bars. The other guys in Skyzoo have that blue magic, if y'all know what I'm talking about. 13, My Crescendo. Track has a Charlie Angel vibe. Shout out to the Charlie Angels. Who will be your Charlie Angels? Name 3 women that will be your Charlie's Angels. Y'all know what I'm talking about. That'll be fun. Name your 3 Charlie's Angels. My Crescendo, Franklin's elevation and ascension to the top of the drug game looked fun if you were on his side, of course. It's great that the artists weren't done with this project. This soundtrack feels complete now that it's got the 7 more additional tracks. Just great music, great rhymes, great bars, great stories, great vibe. Oh man, it's just, I'm telling you, man, what y'all want to say, man? What y'all think, man? I gotta say it. Is this album classic? I'm asking. I thought the 10 tracks was classic. Now you got 7 more tracks. What y'all think? Y'all need to sit with them more? I know y'all need to sit with them. Let me sit with the 7 tracks for another year at least. Listen, these dudes are brilliant, man, on this album. Number 14, God Bless the King. God bless Skyzoo and the other guys for this project. From track to track, the music blends well as Skyzoo possesses Franklin Saint's aura and gives us continuous classic material. Number 15, The People Pleaser, featuring, I believe it's Safa, and it's an interlude. The interlude is like a warm hug that you receive from your grandmother, man. Shout out to all the grandmothers that have passed. I'm talking about the old school grandmothers that used to have, the big mamas, man. They hug you, man. You just be like, oh, they feel like warm cookies and milk, man. F milk, almond milk. But yo, the feature is a Safa's voice, hopefully. It's beautiful, and she reminds us to hold on and be patient. At the same time, take action. You gotta take action to make sure things are moving forward for our people. You gotta have patience, but at the same time, you gotta be into the stock game. You gotta be into real estate. You gotta be into everything that everybody else is into that's a millionaire and a billionaire. Do your research. Do your research. Do your research. Let's get that passive income. If you have any passive income ideas, put them in the comments below. Let's get rich together. All right. So 40 additional minutes of pure lyrics and music that enters your soul. This extension is so fire. It just, I'm glad they put out the extension. I'm glad they put out the additional 7 tracks. Number 16, Give You Anything, produced by Skyzoo and the other guys. Incredible expression with glorious sounds. It's the rise and fall of Franklin Saint. So rapper Skyzoo is continuing the path of drugs, violence, and jealousy. Listen to the album feels like wearing virtual reality goggles. It's so realistic that when you listen to this album, just imagine, everyone's talking about the Apple goggles or the Google goggles or the whatever, goggles, right? Samsung goggles. You put those on, it's like listening to this album. You don't have to put them on. It's like listening. You just listen to this album. It's like putting on the goggles. It's virtual. He's entering your mind with the music and the flow. Like, subscribe, notification bell, man. Ring the bell. Comment below. Is this a classic album? What y'all think about the 7 additional tracks? Get the book. Stop playing Surveyor's Chronicles, Surveyor's Classics Volume 2. Get Volume 1 as well. And I got 4 ebooks called EPs Need Love Too. Might be some of your favorite artists that I review in these books or in the EP reviews. Go check it out. Support if you can. Get the books. Get the merch if you can. Merch, hoodies, and shirts on deck. Support if you can. Virtually with a virtual coffee donation, virtual, beer donation, or Cashapp. Do whatever you can. I love it. I love it. I love you guys. I love this hip-hop thing. Let's talk about number 17, and let's talk about some questions I got for you guys about this album. Number 17, The Freedom Dance. This whole album is about freedom. This whole album is about getting freedom somehow, obtaining some type of freedom. That's what the world's about. Every day you go outside and you live, you work, you do whatever. You work for yourself, or you want to be your own boss, whatever it is, you're trying to get some type of freedom that you respect, that you want to obtain. Some people's freedom is being hypnotized by the world and being in their little bubble. That's some people's freedom. Some people's freedom is fighting the power and resisting the government. Do they tell us everything? No, they don't. The Freedom Dance, man, it's produced by Skyzoo, the other guys. Just a brilliant album, man. Just want to just say that. You cannot have a short attention span with this artist and producer. When Skyzoo announced he was adding songs, I was doing backflips. I know I was. I was like a nut. I'm like, more tracks? Word, Some people are like, what? More? Good music is good music. This song sums up the series, with strong additional bonus tracks. I love it, man. This one, he's rapping about, pretty much everything, the whole series. He's kind of rapping about what's going on, what happened, then he freestyles at the end. He sounds like, it's kind of like him being drunk. He's being a character at the end, that he was turning into the drunk and the bum. it's crazy. It's the way they incorporated this album. This is the soundtrack to the movie. I mean, to the series, Snowfall. This is the soundtrack to Snowfall. What do you guys think about it? You think it's a classic? You think it's too early to say it's a classic? Here's my questions. Besides, is this a classic? Is the bonus material considered an album? The 7 tracks. You consider the 7 tracks an album, and then that will be up for album of the year? Or do you consider the deluxe version album of the year contender? Can this deluxe version be an album of the year contender for 2024? This already won. The 10 tracks won for me in 2023 for album of the year. Is it cheating that Skyzoo can now have this deluxe version and kind of repeat? I don't know if he's gonna get album of the year, but he can still be in a category of album of the year with this deluxe version because it's just as good as the 10 tracks. The 7 tracks it added is just like when they say bonus, yeah, it's a bonus, man. It increases the weight of us talking about quality music. And rappers, y'all need to step up your game. Listen to this album. If y'all trying to put a project together like this, listen to Skyzoo's whole catalog before you attempt. But it gets tricky, like, you know, the drug game when an album is re-released the next year. Like, do you consider it up for album of the year for the next year? Let me know in the comments. But this album, whatever y'all think, though, this album should be up for every award possible. You know, Grammy, you know, BET award, whatever hip hop award. Like, this album should be up for every album. This album of the year, period. That shouldn't even be in the hip hop category, man. This album is brilliant. So shout out to the other guys and Skyzoo, man. Took me 2 notebooks to do the deluxe version. Dope, man. What y'all think about it? I appreciate it. Get the books, get the merch, man. Appreciate it. Support if you can. Yo, love over hate, man. And freedom for everybody is different, man. And it's the way he wrapped up this album, and the way they put this album together, it felt like freedom. Let's put it that way, man. But then when I, you know, closed my camera, woke up to reality, and I gotta face what's going on right now. We all gotta face what's going on right now. So hopefully you guys are in good conditions. You know, I got friends and family, and I wish I could help them all. But I need help myself. You know, we are in bad conditions. Hopefully we can help each other, and that's what we need. We need love. 2024 is the year of the truth, and it's the year to support, and it's the year of unity. So guys, unite. Let's unite. Let's help each other if we can. One love. Yo, dope album. Album of the year.